Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Ignite Teaching. I am your host, Anderson. Whether you're driving to work, sitting in your classroom, or taking a quiet moment for yourself, I am grateful you're here because today's questions might challenge something many of us are proud of. Are you really multitasking or just doing many things poorly at the same time? Now, don't get angry with me. Let that sit for a moment because most of us wear multitasking like a badge of honor. I can handle it all, we say to ourselves. I'm doing 10 things at once. I never stop moving. But what if that badge is actually a burden? Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I thought I was being very productive during the school day. While students were working independently, I was grading papers, checking emails, responding to messages, planning lessons, all at the same time. I told myself that I was efficient. I told myself that I was staying ahead. But one day, a student walked up to my desk. He stood there quietly, waiting. And I didn't notice him right away, not because I didn't care, but because my attention was split in too many directions. When I finally looked up, I saw his face, and I'll never forget it. It wasn't frustration, it wasn't anger, it was hesitation, like he wasn't sure he had my full attention. That moment stayed with me longer than any lesson I've ever taught because it made something very clear. When we divide our attention, we divide our presence. Here's something research and experience agree on. Multitasking is not real productivity. Let me say this again. Multitasking is not real productivity. It is rapid task switching. And every switch comes with a cost. A cost in focus, a cost in memory, a cost in connection. We don't do multiple things at once. We jump quickly between them. And each jump leaves a small piece of attention behind. Over time, that adds up to fatigue, to frustration, to feeling constantly busy, but not deeply effective. Now, let's bring this into the classroom. Teachers, you've seen this in students too. A child doing math, then looking out the window, then talking to a friend, then returning to the problem, but not fully remembering where they were. Not because they aren't capable, but because their attention keeps resetting. Focus takes time to rebuild, and every interruption breaks the flow. And parents, this shows up at home too. A conversation with your child while scrolling your phone, dinner together while answering messages, homework help while the TV is on in the background. We think we're doing everything at once. But you know what? Children feel the difference. They know when they have all of you and when they only have part of you. So what do? We need to slow down. We need to choose presence over performance. We need to stop measuring success by how much we can handle at once. We need to stop measuring it by how deeply we can engage with what matters. So here are 3 simple shifts that you can do. Find simple task teaching moments. When giving instructions, pause everything else. No multitasking, just clarity. Second, protect transition moments. Don't rush from one task to the next. Build small pauses so attention can reset. Third, model focus out loud. Say things like, I'm going to focus on this one thing right now. Remember, students learn what they see. For parents, here's your challenge. Try to have one conversation at a time. When your child speaks, pause everything else, even briefly. Second, practice phone down moments. Dinner, bedtime, morning routine. Choose one. Third, notice the feeling difference. Ask yourself, did that moment feel rushed or present? Remember, awareness changes everything. The deeper truth, we don't actually want to do more. We want to feel more present in what we're already doing. Multitasking promises efficiency. It promises efficiency. But you know what it does? It steals connection. And in the end, connection is what children remember. Not how busy we were, but how available we were. Here's your focus challenge. Choose one daily moment, just one, and do only one thing during it. No switching, no checking, no dividing attention, just presence. And notice what changes. Before we go, remember, you can do many things at once, but you can only connect deeply to one thing at a time. Protect that one thing. Thank you for joining me today. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a teacher, a parent, or someone who feels constantly busy but deeply tired. Because awareness is the first step toward change. Until next time, keep igniting curiosity, keep protecting your attention, and remember, the quality of your life is shaped not by how many things you do, but by how present you are while doing them. This is Anderson. Until next time, stay focused.